Yes, we have a poet laureate, and we're full of bookstores, and we have a theater.
And the community is just exceptional.
And it's obviously also extremely beautiful right on the Penobscot Bay.
Belfast was settled in 1770 by Scots-Irish coming up from Londonderry, New Hampshire. So finding a good place to settle with enough waterfront property to divide up amongst themselves was extremely important. Every 4 lots, they set aside a 2-rod parcel of land which would remain open to the inhabitants for their own use.
They were the points in between people's private property that all the other people who did not own property right on the water could come and bring their boats and go get food for their families. Clamming, fishing.
They could bring their wood products down to the shore to be shipped out.
We're so fortunate that Belfast has maintained these.
This would be a very different town if we didn't have public access to the water. It would not be the paradise that it is.
And this is the best one because you can so easily walk down. I have my kayak on wheels and I just wheel it right down and walk it the last few feet.
I think that one did it. I think I'm cooled off.
We were out there swimming. We were just saying to each other, we live here.
Yeah.
You know, and
every day it's just
and
like,
it's just, it is.
God,
It's like
I
we
live
are
here.
so fortunate to have it.
These rangeways really are historical rights of ways that are given to the people of Belfast that they're now marking to say, yes, this is access to our water and to our past and to our future.
Public art can have a great deal of power and influence within a community, and each rangeway could then have this same kind of icon that when you came upon it, you would know, oh, this is a public access point.
And I don't think anybody wanted something that was just going to be, oh my goodness, look at that. And we looked at a couple of different proposals by different artists, and the one that Doug Coffin came up with seemed to be the best, the granite rock, which is so common around here. We had a meeting with the neighborhood and everybody liked his idea.
We got to talk about what were the needs of the neighborhood and where we could place this rock.
And it's rare to get any kind of collaboration with neighborhoods and with the public to be so universally appreciated and understood and endorsed.
This will be a very hard thing to argue with, an 11-foot piece of granite. It's certainly low impact art.
Douglas Coffin's design of a split rock using rock that's quarried nearby and have it as sort of a gateway from past to the future, from land to the sea. We got to go pick out a rock.
J.C. Stone is out in Washington, Maine, and they have a couple of acres of large boulders. I don't know what you think, Martha. This is about the right length.
That one I think might be pushing the boundaries.
We saw one stone that looked pretty probable and would do, but we kept looking. Well, so if this one were, it would split here, right?
This is sort of more chunky and this is sort of this long. Each will have such different personalities.
I like it because it has a slight irregularity to it, that it's lower on one side, it's higher on the other, it's got a spur out there. It's a nice width, it's a nice length. I like the color. I like that it's a Maine rock. This belongs on Allyn Street. The third stone we saw was this one, and it almost volunteered and said, I'm the guy. I'm going to do this for you. And so we all looked at it and said, it's perfect. I just imagined something that was shaped about like my drawing, and what we have here I think is better than the drawing. And I think we've got a good stone. The neighborhood met and talked about setting it down just off this tree.
We'll finagle it somehow, I guess.
He dropped the stone where we wanted it, and then drove the truck off, and a crowd formed.
It's pretty amazing to see all the people gathered here. What a wonderful community experience, gathering, a big party.
This is good stuff, and you don't get any better.
I bought my house up here and moved here in 1958. As soon as I found out that this was a right-of-way, I mowed a little path down, and it got a little wider.
That's what these rangeways have been maintained by the selfless neighbors who have been happy to have people use it.
People are talking about uniting things and coming together, and we're splitting apart, which is a good thing. But when we split this apart, we're also providing access to our history and to our past. By tapping these wedges, you're creating a force down the center of the rock, and you have to wait between taps.
Just all of us just watching the tink, 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 tink that Douglas was doing.
Have you done one this size before?
Question, who asked that? No, I haven't. Thank you for asking that.
I certainly hope this isn't the first time that it's not going to work.
Is this really going to happen? I don't think it's going to work. Are we going to be here tomorrow?
I don't know. Don't like that one.
Getting a workout, Douglas?
Well, I am the only one working here.
I didn't think it would take that long.
Oh, I like that. The crack that's moving right up here.
I had just turned to someone and said, he's working up a sweat.
And then
Then all of a sudden it just split.
Wow, Douglas, you did it!
There was tremendous relief.
Thank you for your patience.
Wow, look how even. Nice try.
Totally exciting.
And I had turned away for a minute, and that's when it happened.
Everybody loved, putting their hands in between.
You can see how even the split is and how pretty it is.
Beautiful rock. The formation of it is beautiful.
The shape of the rock was very much like Blue Hill. Now Blue Hill is split.
especially if they do all of them. When you start seeing them, you'll know what they are. And that just reinforces this public access to the water.
The city has embraced this process, and we'll see how far it goes.
Having these rangeways accessible for people to go to the shore, for people to go outdoors walking. Eventually, all rangeways will have some sort of access. That's the key.
You know, if you didn't protect them and fight for it, that's it, it's gone.
I can't imagine that we wouldn't have this.
It's pretty special that we have that here.